Yo ma brele o, gede nou va vous ma brele o. Kwa la kwa ma brele o, tracé fouillé la kwa ma brele o. Jean-Simon Britis la kwa ma brele o, adia nou ive. Yo la brele o, gede nou va vous la brele o. Kwa sembo. Yo la brele o, gede nou va vous la brele o. Gede nou va vous la brele o, adia nou ive. Ye mwen di kwa sembo na brele o, ti ma asa la kwa na brele o. Wala kwa na brele o, mopion la kwa na brele o, Suzanne la kwa na.
Well, I'm glad that y'all enjoyed the last video about the potomitan. Well, today I want to talk about voodoo possession, or what we say posesyon in Haitian Creole. This is something that is abused in Haitian voodoo, you know, especially in Haiti. A lot of people act like they have a law in their head, and they basically say things to benefit themselves, for monetary gain in most cases. I want to give my thoughts on this, you know, because this is coming from my own personal experience. I've seen people, as well as myself, going under this experience on numerous occasions. I know I've made plenty of videos in the past about voodoo possession. I spoke of it in terms of it being abused, and in the sense of it being negative. In a negative, I addressed it. Today I want to give it to you in a positive light. Si possession is when a spirit takes over. We can say that it takes the place of, or we can say that it all depends on the perspective you're looking at it. You can look at it from one perspective and say that it is a spirit replacing your spirit, or you can look at it in the sense of a spirit becoming one with you. You know, when you say when you say when the person is when you say the person is possessed, many people don't understand what goes on. When a person is possessed, he and the spirit becomes one. The actions of the spirit is his actions, and his actions are the spirit's actions. It is not just something that, you know, it's just a spirit taking over completely. No, we are aware of it to a degree, but it is just meshed together that it becomes something where it's you, but then again it's not you. This is true possession. You know, and this is the thing that I like to tell people, is that they have to be very careful with what spirit they're allowing to become part of them in a voodoo ceremony, because all forms of possession is basically licensed, or basically agreed upon, subconsciously, you know, or consciously. You know, when the music's playing, they're saying the name of the spirit, they're calling the spirit. So if you allow yourself to get entangled in it, this is what brings out that manifestation of that spirit into you. Because now the spirit is seeing that you're open, you're receptive to it. And this is the thing that locks you in. the spirit enters into you, and they become part. And as long as you allow it to grow, that's when the full manifestation happens, when a person gets motivated and they come out and they do things. I won't say miraculous. I would definitely say that there's things that are that have, let's just say, some science behind it, some scientific reasoning behind it. Why is it possible? But this is man's quest to understand what he slightly thinks he understands. So when you see these people doing these things, they cut themselves, they do all these things whatsoever, this is under the movement of the spirit. So each spirit, depending on who the spirit is, it can motivate you. Like if you're talking about Pitwo, some of these spirits can make you do some crazy stuff. So this is why I say to people, you have to be careful with who you allow your spirit to be receptive to or open to. This is the same thing, but when you're moving out of ceremony, you have to look at it like this, is that when people are, when people in their normal lives get around people, those people have spirits that walk with them. So when you get around negative company, you see yourself shaping and becoming these people. This is an attachment that has been formed. You've been around people, now you begin to simulate in actions the type of people that you're around. This is not a coincidence. This is a thing. This is what happens. When you get around different types of spirits. Some spirits, become attached to you. They experience what you experience. They manifest through you. See, voodoo possession, it serves a purpose because in this moment, a lot of things are revealed to the living. And I want to say this, because a lot of people get caught up in, a lot of show business. Some of the people that are genuinely possessed, you see them, they cry. Sometimes they even, vomit. This is the full manifestation of the spirit, because some of these spirits are in pain. So when they come to the living, the living see their pain. And this is seen throughout Pitwo rites. When you're dealing with Pitwo Loa, these are the pain that they suffer. When you look at the Pitwo, it is not, these spirits are not your everyday angels and saints. They're very aggressive spirits. And a lot of them have, their little issues and problems whatsoever. So that's why you see some people, some of them, their bodies, some hop on legs. Some of them, some of the spirits, when they're alive, they lost a leg. Some of them, I've even heard some blood come out of a person's nose. They start bleeding from their nose. It all depends on what spirit, the person has on them. Because when that spirit completely, consumes that person, their body begins to reflect the pain and nature of that spirit. So when it comes to voodoo, you have to be very careful, because there's a lot of charlatans out here that want to profess and act as though they are, possessed whatsoever, in order to basically give you show business to get money from you. So with that said, I conclude this video. Like, share, and subscribe.